What's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to walk you through 5 of my favorite tips and tricks to make a girl horny over text and come straight over your place. I'm going to also show you accompanying examples so you can see how all of this plays out in real life. Enjoy. Tip number 1, use flirty innuendos. So when you first start talking to a girl, it's going to be hard for you to go to explicitly sexual without actually creeping her out. Innuendos are a nice little shortcut. They give you pretty much all the same advantages as going outright sexual. Like, you get the girl excited, you get her emotions going, you get her thinking about you in that way without, a lot of the potential drawbacks of, creeping her out or making her think that you're a fuckboy or anything along the lines of that. It's definitely a fine balance that you have to walk. But innuendos can be huge, especially if you do them with humor and jest. So let's take a look at an example. This is a chick who I matched with on Hinge. My opener is, I like your sexy nerd glasses, right? So here I'm basically calling her a sexy nerd without actually being like, hey, you're actually a sexy nerd, That would be kind of leave me dead in the water a little bit. She says, thank you, I kind of need them though. So here this is basic banter. We're gonna skip through this, go to the part where I say, just been getting a lot of work done. Perhaps you can be my distraction though. So again, this is another innuendo. Basically it suggests like, yeah, we're gonna distract each other, right? Which kind of implies sex. But of course, if I actually said that, perhaps you and I can fuck after I finish work. Again, that would be too much. I would be dead in the water, even though that's exactly what I'm implying here. So she says, how blonde are you? I say, oh baby, I was hoping you'd ask. I'm -6. She says, haha, I'm -8. I'm way blonder than you. I shouldn't be proud of that though. Oh, we can be blind together. So here I'm just using the we frame. She says we definitely can. And here I followed up with another innuendo while holding hands. Very romantic. Again, it's like I'm suggesting that me and her are going to be touching each other, like it's going to be like that sort of thing. So this is second screenshot, beginning of the conversation. I'm already amplifying her body temperature with just the stuff that I'm saying. She says, haha, very lovely and romantic. And then we can look at each other and try to kiss while avoiding glasses collision, right? So again, we're doing some role play here. And here I say, stop, you're turning me on, right? So this is a nice little way of just amplifying it even further. Now, of course, if there was no context and I said, your pictures really turn me on, even though it sounds very similar, again, I'll be dead in the water, probably unmatched and blocked. But because it's done in the context of a flirty innuendo, it works quite well. Let's take a look at another example. This is a chick who I met at a bar, got her number, and I text her my name as the opener. Now, the first part of this in Russian, so I'll have to quickly translate. She says, hey Alex, I say, I like your WhatsApp pic, because her picture was her, with her big tits out and just wearing her glasses. She says, thank you for the compliment. And here, follow up with an innuendo. I say, programmer by day, porn star by night. So programmer is referencing to the job she told me that she does. Again, now if I had said something along the lines of like, hey, you look like a porn star, again, like I'd probably be a little bit more dead in the water. She'd be less reluctant to play along. But she does, and she says, wait, what? Did I put the naked photo as my WhatsApp pic again? Right? So chicks typically, as long as they're not super prude and as long as your innuendos are on point, they will play along and you'll have this like fun little role play going, which again, intensifies the emotions. I say, yes, can't be putting all those thoughts in my head like that. So again, what's under this text? Basically, I'm suggesting like, hey, you're fucking making me horny, right? But if I actually said, you're making me horny, again, I would be kind of dead in the water. She says, I may have to rethink my pick choice. My family communicates with me on here. I say, well, we can review options over that bottle of wine. So here, I'm moving things using this frame to go towards the soft close. Tip number 2 for getting a girl to come over is to paint a picture, right? So a chick, especially if she lives far away, she has a lot going on, she has all these things she needs to overcome. But if you can paint a very positive picture in her mind, ideally one that involves many screaming orgasms, then she's going to be much more likely to come over. Now, of course, you can paint this picture by being very explicit and just being outright. I personally prefer to do it a little bit more implicitly. So I like to give myself just a little bit of that plausible deniability. So if at the last second the girl's like, well, you just want to fuck me, I can say, when exactly did I say that? And she'll have to be like, well, you never did say it, you just kind of implied it, right? So I like to have that plausible deniability. Not always, but generally the approach I take. So let's take a look at 2 examples. So this is a chick who I've been talking to for a while. And then so she's asking me, what do you want? To meet you and see if we click. I think it's obvious we click. There's definitely potential. Are you looking for a relationship? I don't get it. Didn't we have this discussion a few days ago? So she says, if we did, I can't remember. I'm looking to meet a cool girl who I have chemistry with, maybe break my multiple oral orgasms record. So here I'm painting a picture. First of all, painting the picture that I'm a selective guy and I'm actually looking for some chemistry, but also that I like to eat pussy, and that if she hangs out with me, she's gonna get many multiple oral orgasms. She says, are you trying to tell me you're good at giving oral? 5 stars on Yelp. So here I don't want to start qualifying myself too much, but I still need to paint that picture. She says, well, LMAO, you know any guy who says they're good at giving oral isn't good at giving oral or doesn't enjoy doing it? So here she's just kind of testing my frame a little bit. I say, where's that written? It's more like research, fake news. So why are you so good? So she's being very curious, right? She wants to know more about this fantasy that I'm creating. And don't tell me you'll show me, because I have the lips of an angel, right? Again, painting the picture, so do I. Both lips, it's good, she's qualifying herself. Or really, yes, and that's a fact. Good, and how's the booty? So I want to move from qualifying myself to getting her to qualify herself. I'm Latina, so fat, juicy, just how I like it. Butter boobs, both, but a booty is more important. Good answer. So here I want to paint a little bit more of a fantasy, right? So I say, what is your biggest turn? She says, I have a couple top ones. Honestly, I love a dominant man, someone who's demanding and bossy in bed, because I'm very submissive. I also love to have sex where I might get caught, or if there's people around, I don't care to have a door open. I say, oh, we're gonna get along real well. So again, here I'm confirming her fantasy. I'm saying, hey, this is all gonna happen. She says, and why is that? I say, I'm very dominant in bed, enjoy the thrill of getting caught. It's a miracle that I haven't been yet. So again, building on the picture. She says, no, oh, I almost want to get caught. Although I'm very submissive, I care about my pleasure a lot, and I want to give more when I see the person I'm with is being selfless in bed. I say, yeah, I love making a woman come and squirt. The louder, the better. So really building on this picture. Here I'm going pretty explicit, and that's simply because she's biting on what I'm saying. She says, yeah, it's not that easy task, but if a guy actually cares, I'll get there eventually. I do like a good challenge. So here the subject changed a little bit, but later on we wound up meeting up, hanging out, and hooking up. Here's another example. So this one, I was a little bit more implicit, but still painted the picture. So this was a chick who was contemplating driving like an hour and a half to come see me in Miami, right? So she was a little bit on the fence on you. I had to kind of really paint the picture. I say, that's a good look too. So we're talking about what she's gonna wear. She says, what I'm doing, I'm either gonna crawl under these sheets and pass out, or get dressed and come to Miami. I say, come to Miami, it'll be worth it. So notice how I say come to Miami with C-U-M. So again, painting the picture like, hey, if you come to Miami, you're gonna come, haha. I say, yes, was just relaxing in the hot tub. So here I wanna paint a little bit even more of a picture like, yeah, I got a hot tub, like this is gonna be a fun fucking experience. That sounds lovely. I need that, my whole body hurts, long week. So here I'm gonna paint a more relaxing picture for her. I say, I'll get the massage oil ready. She says, lol, will I pass out on you? I say, no, my massage will keep you craving more of my touch. She says, sounds yummy. So shall I get in the shower and come to you? Did you eat? Yes, you should. Wear the doctor outfit. So I'm building on the fantasy. Limo, the doctor outfit is my regular clothes with a white coat. I thought you wanted a leather skirt. Better tell me, I hate to disappoint. That was before I saw the white coat. I definitely want that. LMAO, I'll bring my white coat. Do you also have glasses? Yes, I wear glasses. Why? Because that will turn me on even more. So again, here I'm just building the fantasy even more, kind of getting her excited in the mood to get her to really just make that commitment and drive an hour to my place, for some fun, and it works. Tip number 3, strategically use memes and GIFs to add to the vibe of the interaction and move things forward. Now, of course, you don't want to overdo it here and have the girl think you're some kind of meme lord faggot, but generally speaking, memes, if used sparingly, and you use the right kind of memes, they can overall add a lot of value to your text game arsenal. So let me walk you guys through a few examples. So this is a chick from earlier, the one who I met night gaming, and the conversation kind of stalled a little bit. So I sent her one of my favorite Christmas memes, where it's basically like Santa giving Snowman a hand job, and it says, what is happening here? So it's sexual, but it's also not explicit enough that you have that plausible deniability. And so she bites on it. She says, Christmas magic, question mark. I say, yes. Santa's into some kinky shit. And she says, I knew it, known as that jolly from the cookies along. So again, it solidifies the sexual vibe and it kind of gets things started again, move things forward. So overall, this works really well here. Another example of a meme I like to use is the Ryan Gosling meme. So you can find this for any day of the week. Just go into Google and type in, hey girl, happy Tuesday. These memes are great because a lot of girls associate, charm, charisma, just masculinity with Ryan Gosling. And by you sending her that meme, quite often she's gonna start to associate those positive emotions with you. So again, this kicks off the conversation here, and I'm able to move things forward towards the meetup. And last example, this was a GIF I used on Tinder. So I was trying to make plans with this girl, and it was kind of like, it was my last night in the city, and she was like, I don't know, I'm busy. So I say, we can late night rendezvous after your plans, and send her a GIF of a guy seductively kissing a girl's stomach. I think it just adds a little extra oomph to my text and paints a mental picture. And of course she says, haha, I think I'm free around 7 or 8, but I can't be out for long, have an early wake up tomorrow. What would you want to do? So from there, it's really easy. Let's split a bottle of wine on my romantic balcony. Haha, and where's that? And then bam, solidifies the interaction and gets me the date. Tip number 4, strategically use cold reads. Now this must be done very carefully because it's very easy to come off as overly gamey or even cringy. I see this all the time in the forums, guys using cold reads incorrectly. So I'm going to show you exactly how I do cold reads, which is a very indirect style. I'm also going to share the way Indian P does it, which is a little bit more upfront, and that works well for him so that you guys can see both styles. So let's take a look at mine first. So this is Bumble, and the conversation gets going. I was waiting for you to message me. What do you mean? That you seem like my type. So what I'm trying to do here, I'm trying to bait her into the cold read. She says, well, in what way? How do you know this? So here it comes, right? So she's asking me for it. I say cute and curvy with a bit of a wild side. So really the cold read here is the wild side part, right? That's generally an assumption on my part, but I think it's pretty safe to say, based on the fact that, this is Miami, the fact that she matched with me and I have a somewhat sexual bio, just, the overall vibe that I'm getting from her, right? 95% chance it's gonna be pretty accurate. She says, cute and curvy, and you have a feeling I have a wild side. What gives you that impression? Just an intuitive thing? So, whenever you do cold reads, it's not always the girl is just like, holy shit, you're spot on. Like sometimes she knows you're right, but she just wants to see if you're willing to stick with your answer, right? So I say, yes, am I wrong? Which is a response I like to use. And she says, no, you're not. So then I nail it. So then, the banter gets on the way, the conversation gets going, and ultimately we move things forward. Here's the way Indian P does it. So again, she says, guess that's something you'll have to find out for yourself. So his cold reads are a little bit more detailed and explicit than mine. He says, to be honest, you seem like you could come across intimidating to some guys. You're confident, have a cheeky smirk, but I bet you're actually pretty submissive for the right guy if you trust him and he can take control. And this is a great cold read because it's a very detailed, but it's going to apply to literally like 98% of girls. Like this is just a general truism. And she says, either you're psychic or you feed those lines to every girl on here. But regardless, you were completely spot on, so I won't question it. So again, when you nail it on the head like this, it gives you a lot of value in the girl's eye because she's like, holy shit, this guy knows me so well already, right? So then we move things forward to another type of cold read. I call this the brat cold read. So this is something I'll do if the girl's giving me bratty vibes. For more info on this, check out my video that I did a month ago, how to text bratty girls. So she says, good, because I'm going to be one. She's talking about being a challenge. And just based on the stuff that she was telling me earlier, I could tell that she was definitely in the brat category. So I say, yeah, I can tell you're going to be a bit of a brat. So that's kind of the cold read here. She says, a brat, huh? So again, she's testing him, make sure I'm going to stick with my answer. I say, and how's that? Like to add up, but enjoys it when a dominant man puts you in your place. So this is a truism that's going to apply to literally every single brat. She says, I like to call it strong-headed, but yeah, you may be correct. So I say, had a feeling, let's grab drinks this weekend, we can take it from there. Okay, sounds good. Just curious, if all this plays out and I do act like a brat or push it, how will you put me in my place, right? So whenever you do an accurate cold read, it really makes the girl curious. I say, bend you over and slap that ass so hard, it leaves a handprint. Yes, sir. How does Friday evening sound? So far, so good. I'll let you know if it changes. Perfect. So again, I was able to spike up her emotions and build even more value with an accurate cold read, which I then use to get the meetup. Tip number 5, saving the best for last, voice memos. And these can be very powerful at generating a lot of attraction and getting a girl over that hump when she's like, I don't know, we just met, I don't know if I should come over, I'm on the fence, I have plans, getting past all that, and just really tipping the scales in your favor. So I'm gonna walk you guys through an example that's really gonna drive this point home. So this was a chick I was talking to for a while, we matched on Tinder, and like she was interested, she was hot, but I could just not get her over. She would always either stop responding or give me some bullshit or reschedule or just some shit like that. So I knew I really had to basically do something to, put this conversation on a different foot. So I tried calling her. You know, I knew if I could get her on the phone, I could build more traction, but she wouldn't pick up. So I say, teacher, can to pick up, LOL. Nope, on important call right now, so some bullshit excuse. So okay, so the next day, I send her the Ryan Gosling meme. So quite often, I combine, you know, more than one of these strategies, and she responds with, Poppy, what's for dinner tonight? So I know that's a perfect, you know, in for me to hit her with a voice memo. And I say this.
Well, I don't know about dinner yet, but I definitely know what I want to have for dessert.
She responds with this.
¿Quieres café con leche? Arroz con pollo?
So basically, she's just trolling me with all Spanish. She knows I don't speak Spanish, even though I understand that means something about chicken and rice and I think milk. But anyway, so I respond with this.
I have no idea what you just said, but it was fucking sexy.
And she responds with this, further trolling me.
Para ti, papi, lo que tú quieras.
At least she's calling me Poppy. So here I decide to troll her back. So again, a guy might, you know, an amateur might say, oh, you know, fuck, you know, she's whatever, she's speaking to me in Spanish. I need to logically explain to her that it's not going to work. But she knows that. She's just basically having fun with me. So I need to have some fun with her back. So I say this.
I'm just going to start speaking to you in Russian, so you also have no idea what the fuck I'm saying. Try to figure that out.
And this gives me an easy in to start speaking Russian to her, which is a big turn on for a lot of girls. She responds with this.
So you just said that I'm very sexy and beautiful, and you can't wait to take me out to dinner? Awesome.
Nice try. So I respond with this.
No, Chica. What I said was, я хочу тебя взять, кинуться на кровать, у тебя классная жопа, поэтому я хотел бы ее поцеловать немножко, взять тебя потрогать хорошо, и потом тебя так хорошо потрахать, блин.
All my Russian subscribers are like, damn man, you kinky as fuck. So then she writes back with 2 voice memos. But notice how she's becoming more and more invested now. She even says, this is fun. So all Spanish and then this.
Jess, I understood you said you want to take me around Austin and show me a good time and take me out to dinner and something about coconut.
With as hard as she's trying to get that dinner, you'd think she was like a starving Nigerian child. So I respond with this.
Yes, Chica, we established this. The tour starts with a bottle of wine, and then me taking some of that coconut oil and rubbing it on your thighs, giving you a nice little orgasmic booty massage.
So the frame battle here is she wants, take me out to a nice dinner, me, you come straight over. And then she says this.
Come on, I think you can do better than that. What else do you got? Papi, dime más.
Poppy, tell me more, so that's a good sign. And I say this.
What, you want me to give away the whole ending and ruin the surprise?
So she responds with, you're right, so I'm supposed to come over a stranger's house and feel comfortable about with a little booty massage, which is ironically exactly what winds up happening. And I respond with this.
Oh, you're good. The only thing I'm going to murder is that pussy, but we can start off with a little wine, see how the chemistry is.
And she responds with, lol, are you for real? What a trip. A man of wealth and taste. But at this point, she's so invested, you know, she's so engaged in the conversation. I try calling her again, and this time she picks up the phone. From there, it was a pretty straightforward 5-10 minute conversation, and then she winds up coming straight over for a booty massage. So again, you know, in this situation, I was able to basically accomplish with 10 minutes of voice memos what I could not do with 2 weeks of testing. So that's how powerful these things can be. And a big tip I have for anyone, you know, who wants to use voice memos is don't just send the first thing that you say. You know, you'll notice that these are all sound pretty fucking good. And that's because they took me multiple tries. So I would record a voice memo, play it back to myself. If it didn't sound exactly the way I want to, you know, with the tone and the inflection and just the vibe, then I would re-record it again. So it's better to spend an extra 20-30 seconds and get it right than to just, you know, send the first thing that you say and have the girl be like, yeah, he sounds kind of like a little bitch. And those are the big 5. Each one of these is going to increase the girl's emotional engagement and interaction, and as a result, the likelihood of her coming over. Now, I do want to end off this video on stressing the importance of closing optimally. You can do every single one of those things correctly, but if you get lazy at the end, you say, hey, want to hang out tomorrow at 8 p.m., you're just blindly taking a shot at the dark, you're so fucking shooting yourself in the foot. So make sure you check out my video on 5 steps to close optimally as a nice companion to this one. All right, hopefully you guys found this valuable. Show me some love by smashing the like button, hitting the subscribe button. clicking the bell for notification. I want to personally thank every single one of you guys for helping me get to 20,000 subscribers. Truly, this channel is bigger than I ever thought it was going to be. And please keep helping me grow this channel. Next up, we got 50K, then 100, then 10 million. We're going to keep growing this channel so I can keep putting out awesome content for you guys. Also, make sure to check out our Instagram at REALPLAYINGFIRE. You might be wondering, well, where do I get some of these fun memes? Our Instagram. We got some of the best memes on there, along with text game of the day and a lot of other free value. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. And until next time.